Pow Wow, yo yippee, yay guys, it's Pow number 35. Today we're going to dig into the Wealth app, the CHSB token, and we're going to talk about the Community app volume 2. As you can notice, we have new swag, so this is the reason why you definitely have to have the best comment of the week and earn this super cool t-shirt. As you guys know, my name is Cyrus Fazel. I'm the proud founder and CEO of SwissBorg, always here to serve you. So let's dig into the family picture like always. New picture to be added. I think it's a really cool room with all this cool cyborg, SwissBorg. Really hats off to you. And you have both hats, which is really cool. I like very much what's happening over there. Talking about lovely people, we have just had the chance to hire Fidel. Fidel is a really cool guy. He's been into our game for just a short little while, and the great thing of him is that he's not only an economist, as a trainee, he has a CFA. He's really someone who's going to help to provide all the treasury management within the finance team, but as well help on the investment team to make sure that all the operational side and as well the finance side is well done. And he's one of those proud guys that got a CFA and will be applying this on a daily basis with us, bringing crypto wealth management to the next level. So really happy to have Fidel. Great to have you, mate. SwissBorg in the news. As you can notice, we have been some great YouTubers that has really helped us now to promote their channels. Has over, I think so, a very big amount of following. I don't know exactly the number. Close to 200, I think so. And this is all done in Spanish, which is something very important because we know that Spanish is one of the most spoken language around the globe, and it's really good. With that being said, we had a great tweet that's making a lot of noise just recently, which is about the swap of Aave to lend to Aave, which I think is a really good thing. We'll be looking forward to see more of these great things and great news. Crpytoslate has been really doing a great partnership with Kryptonite and with SwissBorg by promoting our content. I think this is really good. The fact that especially Crpytoslate, for me, is one of the greatest news that doesn't have a strong bias, is really there to educate the world, similar to what we're doing. And on the same time, I would say they're really doing great things because they're providing all sorts of news and covering Kryptonite, having its own section on Crpytoslate. I think so. It's really cool. And Crpytoslate, Kryptonite, obviously had to mix together. Talking about Kryptonite, we're going to have Crypto Bussy that's going to be very shortly tomorrow on live. Really exciting to have these guys, the new generation of crypto guys joining it. So it's going to be really good. We're going to be talking about trading, crypto, and a lot of different topics. Looking forward to see you tomorrow night. Talk comments of the week. There were many, but the winner for sure is Multiverse Dragon Ball. A miracle that CHSB tokens wasn't on KuCoin hack. Yeah, I think so. It's not a miracle, to be honest. I think so. It's just the fact that the hackers were not smart enough, were not fast enough to realize that they had the tokens. Centralized exchanges, I think so. There's very few that are reputable that you could keep your tokens there. But again, as I said, if there's no NPC there, I wouldn't put too much of my bags over there. I would just really look for people that don't believe that, but that believe that essentially technology could solve a lot of problems. But by having just one point of failure, is just the risk is too high, because it could, from KuCoin or for any other exchange, these things could be internal, it could be external. It's quite easy to have access to something if they're just one thing. Imagine like a video game, where essentially instead of playing the whole game, you had a backdoor, right? That you just needed one key, which is quite hard to get, but you just get one key and then you finish the whole game. Well, that's pretty much what's happening in most centralized exchange. Just one key and then you're done. Where with us, it's a huge game that is distributed into multiple different other games with keys that don't open doors and doors that don't lead you to the next door, and then eventually you're just lost in a maze and lost in Alice Wonderland forever. DAO portrait of the week, Cryptophil, Salut Cryptophile. I had a very good chat with these guys yesterday. CryptoPhil especially, it was cool to meet him through the affiliates program. If you guys are not part of the affiliate program or ambassador program, please check it out. It's on our page. You'll be able to have an open discussion with Alex, myself, Elena, and Clarice, which that's really cool. And we hope that you could grow your number of referrals with this program. So make sure to look for this, and if not, just email Clarice at SwissBorg.com. She will be the best person to tell you what to do. Talking about CryptoPhil, a French guy that lives in Switzerland for some time, is doing already one mission, a lot of quests. He's really good at the token squad and great as a token analyst as well. It's really cool to have him. Super excited. It is a match when SwissBorg has finally found one platform where together we could communicate in a more effective way. Let's migrate from Telegram to Discord, and this is what you guys have to do. I'll put the link there. I'm there. We're going to have probably AMAs there. We're going to have cool stuff going on. There's a lot of channels that enables you to get better news, better conversation. It's much less polluted than Telegram is, and all the DAO is established over there too. So I invite all of you guys watching this video to check out the link underneath this video and join us at Discord to have beautiful conversations, meaningful conversations that we could collaborate and contribute to a better financial ecosystem together. News of the week. Yeah, it's a fishy one. Bitmex CEO is maybe under arrest for the reason that he has be doing a lot of things in the U.S. and a lot of investors out of Bitmex come from the U.S. and now essentially the U.S. government filed charges against it, and the SEC is going to file charges. Not too sure what's going to continue with Bitmex or not. It looks like there's a lot of founding team and high calibers at Bitmex that are now under scrutiny. Let's see how things goes. Same goes to our dear John McAfee, the controversial crypto tech entrepreneur that has helped a lot of ICOs to raise cash. He has done some openly explicit tweets about buying and selling different cryptos, and therefore Uncle Tom is stomping on his feet and trying to crush him down. As we know, this guy, he's definitely not going to fall from this. However, he's been arrested in Spain. It's going to be probably deported to the US. So he will probably file a sentence or at least a big fine. So we'll see how things goes. The financial market. I just talked about two massive, very negative news. And look, the market is still going sideways. Bitcoin's going nowhere. What does that have to mean? Is Bitcoin correlated to the financial markets, the S&P? Maybe that's one thing. And when S&P is doing well and we have negative news, did that counter effect play that we're going sideways again? Hard to say. But what is weird is that it hasn't had a negative repercussion, which would usually, when there's two cumulative negative news on crypto in general, that has a big tendency of literally being very negative, and we haven't seen this. So I know Bitcoin's getting a little bit boring. Nevertheless, there's a lot of other tokens that you guys should look into through the Wealth app, and there's one that, for example, I've bought some BNB, and I've bought even more BNB recently because I believe that their Binance chain is doing extremely well, and about yield farming and things like that is something that they're playing extremely well, and there's a big war between Binance and Ethereum. So I'm very bullish for both of them, but on the shorter run right now, I'm very comfortable with leveraging a bit my portfolio with BNBs. Talking about the Wealth app ourselves, there's definitely a net buy of crypto is flight to security, which does make sense. Whenever markets are sideways, it's better to play the safe side. And we're seeing a lot of people, I think so, buying a fair amount of Bitcoin recently and Ether and BNB as well. BNB is the third catalyst within it. and people are, majorly Europeans, are cashing out GBP and euros, which makes a great use, because people usually cannot cash out so easily GBP, euros, or CHF. Usually go just to US dollars, right? We have just seen recently that DeFi was a trend that was helping, crypto to get crazy, some insane returns again, and we've seen two different types of great outperformance out of the last year and a half. Some come from the yielding platforms, such as recently Celsius has been performing extremely well. Owners of Cell are able to essentially boost their returns by holding Cell tokens, right? So you instead of having 8% on, let's say, USD C, you could maybe get say 10 or 11% basically on how much cells you're earning. And the other tokens were the exchange tokens we've seen last year, which was for example BNB, which was Huobi token, and all different tokens. We're seeing this theme even more. While people are dumping more and more DeFi tokens we've seen recently, people are going better to catalysts which have great utilities. Not like only governance rights, but have more like trading fees or yielding fees, how to boost those or to essentially save those fees, right? It's how you boost fees on the yielding platforms and how you save fees on exchange. And these are definitely, the big winners. The great thing that you have out of this is on the left side we see all these exchange tokens. On the right side we see all these yield tokens. And the great thing for Binance or BNB right now, we have both. There's a way of yielding and as well a way of exchanges. And for the CHSB token, it's the same story. We have exchange tokens, right, for saving fees with premium. But very soon we're going to have a way to extra boost your returns through the CHSB. And again, we are the best of centralized world and decentralized world, right? It's the on-chain and the off-chain world. This is how we're bringing it in, and this is exactly how we believe, and I 100% believe, that the value of a SwissBorg token will strongly appreciate, because it gives more interest to people that are trading on one side or people that are essentially yielding on the other side. And I think so the great thing about CHSB token is that we're on both. So I'm very happy. I wonder what's your thoughts about this, and what is maybe the best? Is it extra yielding? Is it saving more fees? Is it the combination of both? For me, it's always the on-chain, off-chain. Looking forward to your comments. Aave migration. So as you guys know, the votation happened recently that 100 lend will be one Aave. There will be a total of 16 million supply of Aave, and 3 million of those Aave essentially will go to their reserve fund. So they are creating a 3 million extra tokens, which is a fair amount, so a little bit more than 20%. That's for their reserve tokens. And at the same time, they are, sending essentially 13 million tokens. We'll do the migration as well in the Wealth app, so please keep tuned in whenever that's going to happen. I'm wondering as well your comments. Do you think that reissuing a new token with a higher supply, but taking that higher supply, the delta of that new generation of those tokens, would be for reserve fund? Do you think that's smart or not? I'm looking forward to your comments there too, because if we need to migrate the CHSB token, I always said that some time ago that it will make a lot of sense for SwissBorg maybe to produce a bit more, a delta of X%, and that X% will just be there for a safety net and for everyone, right? So if whatever happens, we'll have that safety net that could recover the losses of whatever bad issue happens. So I was always thinking about that, and I would like to know what you think about it. Thanks. Community app, guys. Super excited about the community app volume 2. So what is it all about? Try to guess how different it's going to be. Well, actually, there's a lot of features going to be really cool. So let's dig into it. But before digging into it, let's talk about a bit the community app. We talked about the wealth app after 6 months. Now the community app, it is roughly 20 months, I would say. 20 months probably. Out of these 20 months, it's been 160,000 people that downloaded and installed it and playing it. That is a huge number. That's a great success. Whatever app you have, I don't think so that less than 2% of apps get over 160,000 players, especially if you're in the financial field. So this is first a great thing, a great success, and really happy about it. Congratulate all the team about it. Why has this well been a great success? Is because as well as that our community app is being a great education tool, but as well a growth tool. And the idea with the volunteers is to make it even better on both sides. So by looking at these different stats, we could really see that 25% of our AUM actually comes from community app users that have never actually participated in the ICO. So that means people that discovered probably SwissBorg in 2019, downloaded the app, and essentially were able to understand what we're doing, get more news, and then say, okay, this SwissBorg ecosystem looks really cool. So it's a great tool for that. And we've seen that, that these numbers do count a lot for the growth of our community right now. On top of the AUM, a lot of revenues generated from exchange fees came as well from the community app. We see 30% of that. So again, that's a great way for revenues and obviously for the protect and burn. But now we have to as well understand what people liked about the community app, but what people disliked. And a lot is about to do about, can we withdraw the money? Can we withdraw the money? Can we withdraw the money? And Mon Chicho Ri, you're not the only one. A lot of people have been asking the same question, and it's totally valid, right? If your reward should be meritocratic, if you've done great forecasts, if you referred a lot of people, you should definitely be rewarded for that. So in the roadmap, what do we need to do? Well, we have to end the current competition, pay out the rewards. That's the first thing, because I know a lot of people have been asking for about that. And as well, that goes with it, we might need to have shorter competitions. What would be the amount of time that people like to spend in order to enter in a competition and to get rewarded in the best way? Would it be 1 week? Would it be 2 weeks? Would it be 1 month? 3 months? 6 months? 1 year? What would be for you the right time for entering a competition and finishing that competition? And we really want you to essentially say what would be the best for you guys. And obviously there's a lot of features that will be involved with this, but what is the right timing for you? Obviously we want more incentives to upgrade to the wealth app, right? We want to make sure that through the community app people are earning and then they're claiming their rewards through the wealth app in a very easy way. We want the conversion level to just be higher and better, obviously. And what we need to do is that we need to grow from the community app to crypto challenge. The reason is that the community app has been a great way to grow our community at SwissBorg, but the confusion there is sometimes a bit an issue when people are downloading. And more importantly, I think so we want to be a crypto challenge because maybe on the midterm or long term, we could add a lot of different tokens and we could do a lot of great things within the industry that could obviously favorize you guys with airdrops of different tokens or whatsoever before we're listing them, for example, but in ways that we could really grow the community and have more people that could be involved into the crypto challenge. And I think so that's something that could be really cool. So what do you think about this title, guys? Coming to a smartphone here in early 2021. You're all asking early. We don't know how early it's going to be. It's going to take some time. Obviously, we're going to be building how to finish the competition first, and then at the same time migrate this to the VDO, which will probably be the name Crypto Challenge. And I'm really excited about this. Right now, unfortunately, I'm only 119th, I think so. I've lost 19 ranks on the community app. Hopefully, I'll get back to the top 100 and earn much more, because when you're in the top 100, you earn like at least $150 more than being like 101st. Talking about the wealth app, we are close to 50,000. I asked to be 50,000. We're just 500 just shy away, but it's still great numbers. By the end of this week, will be much more than that. Maybe probably even after tomorrow, we're good. We have 32 million asset under management. The volume was very low. I don't know why. I think some markets are sideways, so people are maybe more reluctant to trade, you know, when there's not too much volatility. Let's hope this picks up a bit. Multi-fiat, you asked for it. No one is using it, or just a few amount of people. Looking forward as well to know why you're not using it. This obviously we haven't talked about it. There was there was a bit marketing out of it, but we haven't really put notifications whatsoever. We're looking forward to see who's been using it, for what reasons. So if you used it, just post why you used it. It'll be interesting to see, and maybe we'll encourage other people to use it. Lend, there's a bit less than 700,000 in the Wealth app. That will be, and we have close to 42 million CHSB stake. This is a great number. There's 1 million that's added per week. We should get to 2 million like that. There's 100 million that's added every year. That would be really cool. As you guys know, at SwissBorg, our mission here is to decentralize wealth management by making it fair, fun, and community-centric. I hope that I answered all the questions of the week. If not, just comment, ask me anything, or just tag me on Twitter. It's always a great pleasure that I do this with you guys. With my bottom of my heart, want to spread all the love with all the power. Looking forward to the next one, guys. Take care.